Hi, everyone. This is Pastor Henry of Dixon United Methodist Church, and our Bible reading for today's devotion is found in Matthew chapter 5, verse 6. And it says this: "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled." Howard Thurman, our theologian of focus, writes, "Once the interference that drowns out the hunger has been stilled or removed, real communion between man and God can begin. Slowly the hunger begins to stir until it moves inside the individual's self-consciousness, and the sense of the very presence of God becomes manifest." Take time to pause this video and reflect on the following questions. What do you think is the hunger about which Thurman writes? And where have you experienced this hunger in the context of your journey of faith? For me, I believe that this hunger that Thurman speaks about is a hunger for that which is lacking in one's life. But the object of that hunger is more than just materialistic possessions or the things that provide instant gratification. It is something deeper, something profound, something mysterious, something of God. This hunger is one that is not necessarily struggle-free, but is essentially transformative. Thurman observes that this hunger may involve an awareness. He writes this: "It may be of a sin that had become so much a part of the landscape of the soul, that the soul itself has this feeling of corruption, but this may not last long. On the other hand, it may be a rather swift outpouring of a concern, because here is the moment of complete understanding and the freedom it inspires." End quote. What this tells me is that we know we are truly hungering for God when we center righteousness, or to say it another way, being in right relationship. When we become mindful of how we ourselves are preventing right relationships, preventing justice and compassion, we in a sense are also hungry for God. And it is this hunger of righteousness that transforms. It is a hunger that leads to compassion and justice. And so this week you are invited to write about a moment when you have experienced this sort of hunger. And then finally pray for those who hunger for God's righteousness. And pray for those whose hunger is drowned out by various distractions. And so may you all have a blessed week.